A school that gives hope.
Lviv School 95 is unusual. Its staff is working to serve all the children, irrespective of their physical or psychological differences.
The school aims to create a supportive environment for each child so that they can all be part of one school community. For 20 years now, the school has been successfully implementing inclusion for children with hearing impairments. This year, the school bell rang for the first time for 14 children with hearing problems and 2 girls, Sofia and Nastia, with Down syndrome. Trusting eyes, ingenuous smiles, and excited faces. This is how we saw the new students. Good day. Now they are beginning a new stage in their lives, adapting to the school community in reception classrooms. Natalia Zhuk, Sofia's mother. As soon as I learned that there was going to be a school in Lviv with an inclusive education program, I decided that this is the very thing we need for our child. I think, from a parent's point of view, inclusive education is the best choice for such a child. Olga Zadorozhna, Nastia's mother. Our vision for Nastia is that she is not segregated from her normal environment, but the environment is well adjusted for her. We believe that our children shouldn't be isolated from regular kids, and they should know that there are such kids, that there are different kids, and that they have the same rights to education. They should also know that they can rely on support from their peers. This is the first time the school has pursued the practice of engaging teacher assistants. They will be supporting Sofia and Nastia. The teacher's assistants will be working with the teachers. Mutual understanding, sharing and collaboration between the assistants and the school staff, as well as with the girls' parents, will be crucial for successful learning for these students. Her own motivation is the key, and we can see that it is there. She likes going to school very much. She enjoys packing her school bag herself. She remembers to take her spare shoes for the classroom. She wants to go to school and to her teacher. The first thing that she drew at home was her teacher's portrait. Naturally, we were concerned about how she will manage. But I must say that the whole educational process is well designed here because the children can change activities. For example, when they get tired in class, they can go to the games room. Teaching and learning start with the primary grade teachers, the girls' teachers' assistants, school psychologists, and the parents getting together and working as one team. Sitting at the same table, they look for solutions and determine the steps required for each specific lesson to implement the short and long-term goals for the girls' individual program plans. Everyone's input is valued. Irina Petrik, school psychologist. Trying to analyze this first short period that Sofia and Nastia have been in our school, I'd like to highlight one observation that we have made. It is essential to prepare a child for school. It's not just about physical readiness, but their social readiness as well, which is no less important. That is, they should be able to interact with other children, listen to adults, and follow adults' recommendations or instructions. Oksana Sheремeta, teacher assistant. Sometimes she needs me to repeat things a number of times because she doesn't understand the content. Sometimes I need to take her by the hand or help her join the dots. It all depends on the specific need. Sometimes I see I should step aside so that she is not distracted by my presence. It is easier for her to work independently. The major responsibility for the learning of these children rests with the assistants. They stay with the girls in the classroom. When required, they repeat assignments, explain what they need to do, focus their attention on the learning content presented by the teacher. Olga Zadorozhna, Nastia's mother. Our children have some concentration problems, and these assistants, they're very helpful for their learning because our kids are easily distracted and they constantly need stimuli to keep them on the task. Halina Kostyuk, primary school teacher, grade 1A. She is progressing well and at the same rate as her peers in music, crafts, and PE. But a lot of his teacher assistant support is needed in other classes to repeat instructions or help her complete assignments. It is also the first experience for the teacher assistants. Both of them recently finished pedagogical college and have eagerly started helping their little students. Oksana Sheremetya, teacher assistant. Our Nastya is a very sociable, sincere, and open girl, so we don't have any behavioral problems. She is now used to certain school rules and routines, but there are difficulties. For example, it's difficult for her to concentrate and to understand the typical curriculum content. Kristina Slobodyan, teacher assistant. Indeed, it's hard, it's difficult, but we can see some progress already. And of course, we are very pleased and very happy about it. We hope that she will go through the process of adjusting to school successfully. The school has set up a recreation room for students with special needs. It has all the necessary games and toys to facilitate a child's development and learning. Teacher assistants may bring children here any time when he or she requires a change of environment. Children rest and learn through play. Oksana Sheremetya, teacher assistant. She spends most of the time in the classroom together with other kids. Towards the end of the lesson, say some 10 minutes before the bell rings, we go to our recreation room, and there we either take a rest or continue with our classroom activities. Kristina Slobodyan, teacher assistant. It is very important for Sofia to change activities. She can't stay focused on one activity for a long time. I need to give her some cues, additional instructions, or turn her attention to some other tasks. Now the girls are gradually becoming a part of the school community. They play with their peers during the breaks and try to participate in the classroom. 2, 3, 7, 8, 1, not. Well done. Go and sit down. You've counted. Good girl. Nastya has learnt the numbers. Olga Zadorozhna, Nastya's mother. She engages actively in the classroom as much as she can. I know that she loves to participate in everything. Kristina Slobodyan, teacher assistant. The greatest challenge for us is that she didn't have any experience of being with other children before, and this causes many problems now. It was rather difficult to help her get adjusted. According to experts, inclusion should start at the preschool level. In this case, the transition to school will be easier and more successful. Nastya attended daycare and has been a member of various clubs. But for Sofia, this is her first experience of interacting with her peers in the community. The adaptation process is more difficult for her. Nadia Labiga. At the beginning, Sofia was wondering why she came to school, what was required of her. But gradually, she adjusted to this and tuned into the learning process. Now she participates in the classroom, raises her hand to answer. She is eager to respond, and her classmates have helped her in this. They showed her how to do work during the lesson. Kristina Slobodyan, teacher assistant. Today she gets on well with other kids, interacts and plays with them. As you have seen, naturally she interacts not just with her classmates, but with other children as well, and they support her. The girls are actively engaged in the classroom and like performing the tasks that the teacher gives them. Who lives in the mitten? It's me, mouse. It's me, frog. It's me, hare. It's me, fox. It's me, wolf. It's me, boar. And who are you? According to the teachers, their classmates accept Sofia and Nastya well. They see them as ordinary children, which helps ensure successful inclusion. Halina Kostyuk, primary school teacher, grade 1A. These children followed a simplified curriculum. They also have additional developmental tasks and work together with other children in a group. It's difficult, of course. It's difficult, but it's our first experience. Many things are still unclear, but we are doing our best. Irina Petrik, school psychologist. Since this is the first time our school has tried to serve children with this type of development, it requires a certain flexibility from teachers and teachers' assistants to accommodate and modify the curriculum and the learning content according to the needs and abilities of each of these students in particular. For more than 2 decades now, School 95 has provided education to children with hearing impairments. This year, there are 12 classrooms where children with psychological or physical differences can study with their peers. For example, 5 classrooms include children with hearing problems. One of them is 7A. 2 students with hearing impairments, Oles and Ivanka, study here. They are effective members of the classroom community. Yes, please, Ivanka. Well done, Ivanka. Thank you. They can work in a team and gladly engage in classroom activities together with their peers. Yes, he was honest because he didn't want to cheat. Good. The teacher says after these 2 years, the children with hearing impairments demonstrate improved academic achievements. Romana Shabakovska, mathematics teacher. Their vocabulary has grown and their logical thinking skills have improved. Vocabulary is very important for maths, not just for literacy. It helps a student understand the data of a problem, analyze these data, and consequently solve the problem. Ludmila Panchuk has been working with Olis and Ivanka for 2 years. She says these children have a thirst for knowledge. The curriculum presents more challenges to them, but they demonstrate good achievements. Ludmila Panchuk, teacher of Ukrainian language and literature. In class, they master the curriculum at an adequate intermediate level depending on its complexity. Also helpful are the additional one-to-one sessions in the Ukrainian language and literature. I use these sessions to pre-teach certain concepts. When I feel that the topic is challenging, I introduce it to them beforehand, so that in class they understand what it is going to be about. Teachers use FM systems in the course of instructions. These help children with hearing problems concentrate on what the teacher is saying. Romana Shabakovska, mathematics teacher. FM systems help students focus in class, avoid wasting time, asking the teacher to repeat, to clarify. Besides, they eliminate other noises. It is only the teacher's voice they hear. Ludmila Panchuk, teacher of Ukrainian language and literature. I noticed that sometimes I catch myself speaking while turned sideways to the class and Ivanka can hear me, so it helps her to follow and as a result to develop fluent speaking skills and master the grammatical structure of sentences. The team approach to working with students with hearing impairments, widely used by primary school teachers, has been adopted by junior and senior high school teachers. After the team of teachers developed IPPs for Olis and Ivanka for the new academic year, they meet again to discuss the necessary steps in addressing issues. What about memory exercises and exercises to consolidate learning? Is this still a problem for Olis and Ivanka for this year? What do lesson observations tell us? Ivanka's memory is better, of course. So we will still need to focus on this aspect with Olis, work on it further using repetitions where required, and highlight fragments from the text to make it easier for him. Teachers discuss specific strategies and activities they need to use during the Ukrainian language, literature, and mathematics lessons. They take an individualized approach to every child. Romana Shabakovska, mathematics teacher. In grade 5, I often used to write additional instructions to learning tasks, but now such instructions have been reduced to a minimum. I believe that it is important to encourage them to turn to their classmates for clarification. The school team-based approach to delivering instruction is essential. Thanks to the sharing of practices and problem-solving, teachers can understand each other better and assist one another in working with children who have psychological and physical differences. Tatiana Dyzhovska, teacher of primary school classes for hard-of-hearing students. When Olis and Ivanka went on to high school, I knew that they were very well prepared academically and they could easily continue in an inclusive classroom and would demonstrate solid knowledge. They are developing their vocabulary, they have a broader range of interests and new needs. In other words, they're developing like regular kids. Parents' engagement in the educational process is essential. Support from the people closest to them at home and at school contributes to a better learning by children with special needs. The vision and capacity of parents and teachers should match up, and if that happens, the team will proceed together in the right direction. Irina Petrik, school psychologist. It takes ongoing collaboration in which parents play a crucial role. They help their child learn, provide their recommendations, implement the recommendations of others, support teachers and other professionals working with the child. Every year, teachers grow together with their students. Each stage that they go through in implementing inclusive education at their school is a vital element of their professional development. Tatiana Dyzhovska, teacher of primary school classes for hard of hearing students. I enrich my professional knowledge, I understand the expectations of secondary school better, and I have a clear idea of what I need to do further in the primary school grades to facilitate a smooth transition. The increasing complexity of the curriculum in high school requires a good understanding of new words and terms, an ability to use them in speech grammatically and appropriately. It means extending their active vocabulary and working hard to improve articulation and develop auditory perception. It smells like autumn. Well done. One-to-one intervention sessions with special education teacher for hearing difficulties take place throughout the time they are at school, every time children make their pronunciation better.
Масажист робить масаж. Давай, скоріше.
Another essential element is the classroom atmosphere. A friendly environment facilitates better understanding of children with hearing problems. One of the key persons to ensure such environment is the class tutor. Natalia Bennett, class tutor for inclusive grade 7A. It was particularly important for me to learn more about their individual differences and to proceed with the work that started in primary school. I have encouraged all students to take part in class discussions and festivals. We held sports competitions together with parents, teachers, and students. The class tutor is actively collaborating with the parents of Oles and Nastia. They talk every day, share their experiences, and seek solutions together. To be able to talk to Oles and his mother, I took sign language course here in our school. Now the teacher knows for sure they are like everyone else. In school, Oles and Ivanka belong to the classroom community. They are well accepted by their classmates who understand their differences and support them in their learning. Vitaly Sakhate is a friend of Oles. He says he liked him straight away. Vitaly Sagate, classmate of Oles and Ivanka. I like him because he is honest, clever, and attentive, and he takes responsibility for himself. I guess the other students like him too. We help each other. For example, when he needs help with writing something, explains something, or says things correctly. Aside from classes, the children share many hobbies outside school. They have become real friends. Bogdana Ponna, classmate of Oles and Ivanka. We went to the Carpathians. We loved it there. We had fun, swam in the river, sunbathed, played action games, and it was just great. They learn as well, and sometimes they even help us as well. They can explain how to do this assignment or another one. We get on well. Sometimes we help them in class, giving learning tips, and they help us. Oles and Ivanka encounter many difficulties in learning. They may struggle with some assignments and school subjects, but at the same time, they are actively involved in the life of the school. They belong to the classroom community, and they are an integral part of the society as a whole. Oles Gats, student with hearing impairment. I love my school. Here I have to read and understand a lot. Teachers help me. I am grateful to them. Ivana Dujak, student with hearing impairment. I progress well at school. My classmates are funny and kind. I'm supported by my teachers and my mother. I like school a lot. Inclusive education is about equal learning opportunities for all students. Thanks to this type of education, children with special needs can attend a regular school together with their peers and feel important and valued members of the community. This is how we saw one day in a school where children with special needs learn together with their peers, in the school that gives hope to children and their parents.